Welcome, students, to today's class. I remain your mistress, Miss Catherine Osisi. Today we'll be talking on the topic child trafficking. In our last class, we talked about human trafficking. We discussed on how human beings are being transported from one country to another for the purpose of slavery, sexual exploitation. Now today we'll talk about child trafficking. What is child trafficking? It is the action or practice of illegally procuring and relocating children for the purpose of forced labor or sexual exploitation. It is transporting or relocating children from their parents, their guardians, their state, from one location to another for the purpose of cheap and forced labor, sexual exploitation, and sometimes rituals. These children are being used for rituals. Now, what are the causes of child trafficking in our society and country at large? One, poverty. Because many families are poor, they have no choice but to abandon their children. Poverty increase vulnerability and children fend for themselves. Because of poverty, children seek for a better life, a better way out to help their families away from poverty. Two, lack of education. Illiteracy and lack of education makes family more vulnerable to traffickers because of lack of awareness, lack of education, make parents, guardians, society vulnerable to traffickers. Sometimes some parents personally sell their children just to make profit for money purpose. Absence of birth registration. The most pressing children are those whose births were never registered or recorded, which constitutes a violation of the right of identity. Most children in some countries are not recorded. They are not in the country data. Now, these children sometimes are vulnerable to traffickers because they don't have identity. There's no way to identify them. So it is good for every children or every child given birth to a country to be registered, recognized by its country. 5, insufficient or enforced law. Sometimes the law is not enforced on these people involved in trafficking. Sometimes when they are caught, they are not being punished well, which gives them or which motivates them to even do more and encourage others to do more. But in a situation where the country deals with them, there won't be child trafficking. Now, how can we prevent or curb out this issue in our country? How can we prevent child trafficking in a society, in our country? Observance and cooperation. We observe the country, observe family, your neighbors, know what they are going through, what is happening around the country, the situation. And when we see things that will prove, or when we see individuals that will be vulnerable to traffickers, we help out, we cooperate with our society, cooperate with members of the family, cooperate with neighbors. Another one is strengthening the law enforcement system. Yes, country must create and enforce law aiming to fight against trafficking. Country should enforce law that will fight against individuals who are involved in this business. They should be punishable by the law, because when they are punished, there will be any further activities like this, and they won't even encourage others to go into the business, because the business seems to be lucrative. So they encourage their friends, those who are willing to join. It's like a chain. When one is involved and comes out of it, there was no obstruction on the way, and there is a huge amount of profit. He or she encouraged others to join him or her in the business. Another one is awareness campaign through television, radio stations, educational workshops, seminars must be carried out to limit this scourge. Yes, awareness. Make people know that trafficking is bad to our society. Child trafficking brings about emotional trauma to the parents or guardians of these children involved, to the victims at large. It brings about trauma. It leads to so many things. Sometimes the health of the parents are being affected when the news of their children being relocated from one place to another. It endangers health, and sometimes it leads to death of some of the guardians. So we should create awareness through television stations, seminars, radio, telling people, informing them about the harm of child trafficking in our society. Now we have known the difference between child trafficking and human trafficking. We said child trafficking is relocating or procuring children from one place to another for the purpose of making profit. Also, human trafficking is also transporting humans, male or female, for sexual slavery, for commercial exploitation, for profit purpose. Thank you and stay safe. Please attempt to do the assessment and submit. Remain blessed. Bye.